Thank you.
Cheo.
Cheo. I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not Chow. A lot of people go with that. Or CO.
Right.
Right.
Well, actually, Brad went with Cal for a while.
I like that. Actually, I like that better.
Yeah.
That's my new.
He went with that. So
I accept. Okay.
We're live. We're live.
But I try to be all like bright music on top, and then I have like snowman pants on the bottom. Oh.
But that's awesome.
It's funny. It's really cold out today. So
it is cold out today.
So terrible.
Yeah.
We just moved and we have like acres now, which is exciting. But also I can't go out in the acres that I just moved into. It's May.
Yep.
It's gonna snow.
I know.
It's gonna snow. See, it's the end of the world. We got the COVID, we've got the murder hornets, and we have snow in May.
Explain the murder hornets, please.
Oh, you haven't seen the murder hornets?
Listen, I'm so out of the loop
Okay, so the murder hornets, they come from Japan, and they're in Washington State right now. They're 2-inch long hornets that go into beehives, decapitate the bees, eat the inside of the bees, and then feed that to their young.
They eat the inside of the bees?
Yeah, I guess that's the most delicious part.
Well, obviously.
Right. I mean, if you're going to eat a bee, I mean, the outside is a little fuzzy and, but yeah, they'll kill whole hives. They'll actually they'll like go in and they'll like some beekeeper in Washington was saying he had a hive of 60,000 bees. And one morning they were just all dead. So they're trying to track down the hives that these murder hornets have. It's a great name, isn't it? Murder hornets. And
murder hornets.
Yeah, murder hornets.
So
yes.
Like, right. I know it's not on the same level, but emotionally for me, that feels worse than COVID. It's like on an emotional level, like on the inside for me, it's right. I have more of a response to that than COVID.
All right, so for those of you watching us, welcome to Conversations number 49 for a Wednesday. Today we have Melissa. I'm going to mess it up again, and I even asked. Say your last name again.
No, you try it.
Oh.
I can help, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, see, we always mess it. What?
All right, I believe in you. At least you could say, what was it that Brad was saying? Cow?
Cow, yeah. Cow, like COW.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not right.
I like that.
Cow. See,
it's Cheo.
Cheo. Melissa Cheo. I'm going to remember that. I'm going to make my mind work that. From CA House Music. What? You have 4 stores over there in Ohio?
Mm-hmm. 3 in Ohio and 1 in West Virginia.
Cool. So that's neat. She's a friend of ours from NAMM, and really enjoy hanging out with her when we get to hang out because it's really cool.
I like it.
It's very nice. So we sent you coffee. So what kind of coffee? We are sponsored by Hallowed Grounds. Not really, but we just say that. So they actually don't sponsor our show. Actually, I buy coffee from them every day. But we are sponsoring them.
Woo.
So what kind of coffee are you drinking today?
It's the Honduras, yeah.
The Honduras. And do you like it?
Mm-hmm. I do. This is really, really good. Gavin, so my husband's name is Gavin, and you guys also sent us Highlander grog, and that's already gone.
Well, we can send you more. So we can send you more. If you like coffee, just let me know what you want.
A local coffee shop carries the Highlander grog, and it's our Christmas morning.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Like our jam, like Highlander grog is like a treat coffee for us.
Oh,
so
cool.
Gavin I took it out and I was like, oh, look. And Gavin goes, yes. I thought I was going to eat the ground.
That is awesome.
No, but yeah, so it was very exciting when we.
That's very cool. I actually didn't get a chance to have lunch today, so what I'm drinking is a nice cup of Campbell's
no,
and you know, yeah, and I love the Campbell's
and
cauliflower and
We love you so much.
Don't do it. Oh my God. You guys are the worst, but also that's hilarious.
We talked about that yesterday. Wouldn't it be funny if? And so I actually do have some cold brew. And I won't drink the soup in front of you, I promise.
No, I have to tell people because this is real and I need more people on my side. Oh, listen, drinking soup is a problem. It's not okay. It upsets me deep in my soul. It's wrong. It's not okay. Soup is a food and you eat food. You don't drink food.
But it's a liquid.
It doesn't matter. It's a food.
All right. So how do you deal with Jell-O? Is Jell-O something that you can, like Jell-O squares? Can you pick those up and eat those? Jell-O shots. Can you drink those, or you have to use a spoon with those?
Jell-O it's because it's hard. Like it's a chewy, so that's fine. Like you can definitely eat that. Like that's no problem. I have a problem with like people who drink the milk left over from the cereal out of the bowl. That's not okay. Because once you put the milk on the cereal, it becomes a food. It's no longer a beverage. And like those bowls that have like the built-in like straws in them.
Yeah, like the little built-in cup there with the little.
That's terrible. And those bowls that like drink the milk from that is terrible. I hate whoever invented that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trigger you so early in the conversation.
I have a lot of emotions about that.
But it's awesome. It is like one of my favorite conversation pieces now.
And we love you for it.
Right. It is actually one of our take it or leave it questions. Can you drink soup? Yeah. So can you drink soup, or is soup only?
No.
Okay, so anybody that's watching that wants to comment whether you can drink soup or not, go ahead and comment, and we'll take an unofficial poll whether it's okay to drink soup or not.
I need you to not tell your true answer and side with me. How it works.
So anyways, I'm drinking a matcha.
Yay!
I actually don't have like a microwave, so I was like, I'll save it for later.
She went and bought it just for the joke side of it. It doesn't have a microwave. That's how much we love you.
I'll put it in a saucepan and then put it in a bowl later. That's for you.
There you go. We're doing it right. You're a good person. You not
me, not so much. I'm not a good person. But I knew that. So how is home quarantine life treating you?
Well, I am actually going in half the week. So what we've done, we're doing like the curbside pickup and online ordering and all that kind of stuff. And we have essential personnel who are going in, like, getting the mail and doing like the office work and stuff. But we have broken it up into Team A and Team B. So Monday through Wednesday, I'm home, but Thursday through Saturday, I am able to get out of my house, go to work for a couple hours. I don't know if you guys can hear my toddlers in the background. But
no, it's fine. No, yeah. That's one of those things that people are dealing with, right? Because they have toddlers or they have children and they have all that kind of stuff that usually doesn't interrupt what they're trying to do and get done. And I mean, I'm lucky I have 3 older children and they just annoy me at home all the time. But that's okay. So it's just one of those things. My middle child decided he was going to start driving with DoorDash yesterday. So he actually made $55 in 2 hours.
What?
Yeah, driving DoorDash.
Nice.
Yep. Sounds like I need to do that too.
I'm thinking about it myself. Right? I mean,
I live in West Virginia, and we're so behind the times. Like we got Uber like 5 months ago, 6 months ago.
There's no place to go in Wheeling. Come on, can't even go see the Wheeling Nailers game or anything like that.
Yeah, that is really exciting.
Yeah.
That's something I do on a regular basis anyway.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not a Nailers fan? Go, come on.
Not a hockey.
I'm not hockey either, but I've seen Nailers games, and actually they're kind of exciting because they're young guys that actually really care.
Oh yeah,
it's not,
I mean, it's interesting.
Right.
It's definitely, but yeah, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not your jam.
Not my jam.
Not your jam.
We have a like a local winery. This is my jam. This is how I got to this. This is what my jam is. And they have this like, it's a barn, essentially a converted barn, and they have every Friday and Saturday like 3.5 hours of live music. You can go just buy bottles of wine, and then you can take your own food and everything. It's great. We roll in with like shrimp rings and like just bags of chips. Like, it's crazy. And then at the end of the night, they let their sheepdogs in, and the sheepdogs go around and beg food off of everybody. But at like 10:30, which is totally my jam. I'm old. So anyway, that's my jam. It's called Black Sheep Winery. And it's
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously not doing that right now. But which is too bad. Yeah, it really is all these things that are shut down and stuff like that. I think we're fortunate, and I know you guys are maybe in the same situation, that we have rental customers with band instruments that are helping hold us up, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and I mean, we're honestly, like when I go into the store, we're running like crazy with like curbside pickup, and we're doing delivery within 20 miles. And it's honestly been pretty insane, because we're only there from 10 to 3 every day. So we're trying to shove everything into those hours. And then what we're doing also is, because obviously we can't answer our phones if we're not there. So we have an alternate phone number now that is linked to my cell phone through Google Voice. And my dad and I are fielding all the off hours calls.
Right.
So it's been interesting.
Yeah. No, I understand. I mean, in our situation, it's just me and Brad in the stores.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have my administrative assistant here doing other stuff like that kind of stuff, but it's just me and Brad. We actually, our phone systems will let us forward all of our calls to our cell phones.
Oh, that's awesome.
24/7.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy, but we're answering phones whenever it rings, and we're getting people whatever they need, and we're doing curbside, and we're doing delivery, and the people have been great that have been supporting us. And it's just amazing. Yeah. And well, I'm glad that you guys are experiencing that too, because I've talked to some other people. I have friends in the entertainment side of it, right? So the lighting companies. A friend of mine that owns a lighting company here in Pittsburgh, 2 weeks before COVID hit, she signed a contract on a $97,000 video wall that she was going to use all summer long. Yeah. And events are gone and are going to be gone for the foreseeable future, let's say. So those people I feel for. I have a lot of friends in that kind of industry around here, and I feel really bad for all those guys.
Yeah, I mean, we had a production company, like a big production company, and we were in the process of figuring that out. But we had a lighting designer who had been on salary with us. But she had moved on, but she had signed, she was supposed to go on tour for 6 months. And it got canceled. I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars. It was like, that was going to be her job for the year.
Right.
And it's just the entertainment industry. It's crazy what's happening.
Yeah. I don't know how that, or when that comes back. I mean, that's going to be Be very, very interesting. I do like what you guys are doing on the daily with showing off instruments. I think that is a fantastic thing. And I do tune in and watch.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, seriously.
Having fun.
Well, I'm seeing if there's any ideas I can steal, to be honest with you. I mean, then that's really what I just don't have anybody that can shred in here. This is the problem. You don't want to hear me play guitar. It's not a good thing. And you know, how many times can you play something on the tuba that somebody's going to go, oh yeah, I want to buy a tuba. So that's not happening either.
Learn a couple ukulele chords. That's what I've done.
I know.
I'm like, look, C.
Oh yeah.
F, and C. Oh, doesn't it sound good? It's pretty.
Yeah, I know like 4 chords on the ukulele, and then I can play Ode to Joy on like the top 2 strings of the guitar, and that's pretty much it, you know? Yeah.
Listen, we jammed out to Wheels on the bus the other day. I don't know if you guys saw that one, but that's what that's like CGC. That's it. My kids think I'm talented as all hell. They love it.
No, but I think it's really cool that you guys are doing that. And it's a good outreach. I was talking to one of my reps today who is like looking at different people, and he's surprised at the number of stores that aren't doing anything, that he's calling to check in on them, and they're like, yeah, well, you know, they get an answering machine. It's like, we'll get back to you when we're open. And I'm like, how I mean, I was out of here for 2 days. So we locked the doors on a Friday, and that was like the worst day of my life. Oh. And I stayed away Saturday, and then Sunday I'm like, no, I got to go figure out what I can do. I got to go figure out, because I've been here 30 years, and I, well, obviously being the owner of the store, I have to figure out how to make it work. Because if not, I got all these people relying on me to make this work. So I had to come in, and that's when we started, you know, brainstorming and working and figuring it out and getting phones transferred. And the other thing that we have just gone nuts with is we have a plugin on our website called Podium, which lets people text you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the Google Voice number, like we can do text.
Right. So they're actually texting through so they go to our website. There's a little thing that pops up. They can text us through there, and then we can text back and forth. They just added another part of the platform that allows us to do video chat. And this way our staff can use their own devices and their own stuff and not have to give out their private phone numbers to text people.
Yes, you're using that one point of sale. Do you use
Right.
Do you use Vortex?
Yes, we use Vortex. Yeah. But Podium is a separate program. Podium is something I found about 6 months ago.
I'm a student.
That is a plugin. you add the code to your website, and it pops up on every page. It's also on your Facebook page and your Instagram page. And so if anybody wants to get a hold of you and text you, they can text you at any time of the day. You can text them back. You're not using your private phone number. You're not using, it's the store phone number.
That's awesome.
It's very cool. And we've had, you know, I sold a tenor sax yesterday that was somebody that only contacted me over Podium, and we were just texting back and forth.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of, like, with the text messaging. I mean, I'll be honest, that's what I prefer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't
want to talk to somebody
on the call, honestly.
Right.
Like, besides, I'm mean. I mean,
what?
I'm mean, so nobody wants to talk to me. They just want to text me so they can know.
Well, you're the one that said it. I wasn't going to say it.
I know. You just said it.
Like writing that down now.
Podium. Yeah. Make sure you mention me when you do it, because I get a spiff. Anyways,
I'm gonna be like, listen, you guys need to send him a T-shirt at least.
They were supposed to give us T-shirts at Summer NAMM.
Yeah.
So we signed up, and they're like, stop by the booth. We'll give you a T-shirt. And so we stopped, and they're like, yeah, we don't have any T-shirts.
And then they were like, well, water bottle. And it was
so
like,
we'll send you a water bottle. Cool. No water bottle. We got Jack.
I'm going to tell him, listen, I almost went with your competitor because I heard that you're supposed to give T-shirts and you didn't. So
right. Yeah, no, I mean, they're it's been great. I mean, the video thing is in beta right now, and it is getting better by the day. So they're doing it for free till the end of May, which is cool. And so we've been playing with it internally just to see what it's like. But we are going, because this is the month of our May sale, right? So this is our anniversary sale. This is a huge time of year for us. And how do you do that? So we're working on virtual ideas and call-in ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's amazing. And I don't know about you guys, but I think for us, we've actually been seeing people who wouldn't normally contact us, who might actually have gone like online or something, but the shipping times, they're so far out that now they're like, oh, well, I can go pick this up today or have it delivered to me today.
Right.
Really think that's been helping us a lot.
Yeah. And it's changing the way we're doing stuff too, right? Because who knows? I mean, when this is done, a lot of this stuff we're going to keep, right? We're going to keep letting you know, we'll bring it to your house, whatever. We'll do whatever we need to get it done. I mean, and it was just kind of cool that there's, and it is nice that people are coming to us and actually dealing with the local people instead of going to the
kind of an adapt or die situation. Like, honestly, in my office, I keep, we used to carry Lowry organs. And they obviously went out of business, they went bankrupt. And so I keep our old Lowry sign in my office just to remind myself, like, adapt or die. That's how you have to be. Because otherwise, I mean, we had a decent month, surprisingly.
So did we.
And it's like, I never would have imagined having a decent month.
Me either.
Having my doors locked to the public.
Yeah.
Crazy what we've been able to do.
Yeah. No, it has been really, and we're in the same situation. I almost feel bad about that was Jennifer leaving, by the way. My other Jennifer. I have two. I have one with a G and one with J. But I almost feel in some ways I feel bad because we were looking at the numbers and we're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Really? And it pretty much is me and Brad. And it's like, which is a blessing. I mean, it really is a blessing. And I do appreciate everybody that shops with us and deals with us and stuff like that. But you know.
Yeah. It kind of makes you think too that, like, let's say from a year from now, you know, hopefully all of this, like, people are starting to, you know, come to us because of curbside, because of free shipping and stuff. You know, hopefully there will be this surge of just supporting local businesses in general, locally small businesses. That's what I really hope to see. And I think we're going to start to see a trend of that coming soon. Yeah,
absolutely. And then, of course, I'm getting the calls. My dad's going to have to get that one.
Right.
So
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And I honestly, I think what we're having to do to adapt and stay in business and stay relevant, keeping those things. I mean, honestly, I really do think it's going to be kind of a hybrid of like online and brick and mortar. And it's going to be, I think people are going to start not just going immediately to the internet, or if they do, check out their local site and be like, oh, you know, I can get delivered today.
Yeah.
Within this radius. And I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah. Just Googling like music store near me and then pulling up the website. Cool. I can get curbside. Like, it's so easy. And yeah, people are going to start thinking about that a lot more, I feel.
Yeah. Of course, my phone's ringing now.
Hello?
It's catching.
Yes, it is. It's catchy.
My phone probably won't ring.
No, you're probably all right. So you hate drinking soup. What do you feel about baby hands? Do you have an opinion about baby hands, or do you have a problem?
Actually,
some people are freaked out by baby hands.
I think it's so funny that you just have those.
Why do you have those, by the way?
Because they freak my daughter out.
That's fair.
Oh my gosh, my phone is ringing.
Yeah, so they freaked my daughter out.
Right.
No,
Oh, I just hung up on that.
guys are awesome. Just crazy. Yeah. See, you try to keep me on the rails, and look, see.
There you go.
Yeah, I like to go right off the rails. Okay, so band instrument fittings. Have you guys thought about it? Have you looked at anything? Have you heard anything?
We have a meeting scheduled tomorrow with all of our managers and our road reps, and we're just going to talk. The thing for us is we have a pretty wide service range. Like we do a lot of Columbus and stuff like that from our our Lancaster store and our Zanesville. So, and then it's incorporating 2 different states. So it's kind of,
Yeah, it's going to be fluid. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, we're looking at, we just do Western Pennsylvania, right? So we go all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom.
right.
So some of the counties are going to be opened up next month, but still not school. We're kind of getting the impression at this point that Pennsylvania schools won't be opened until 2021. Yeah. I know that Maryland's planning for that. I know that South Carolina's planning for that. So, yeah. So that means there will be no fittings. So, I mean, we have a, we
talked that long. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
I know.
Yeah.
Trust me, I am with you. But like, I have a daughter that's going to go to college next year, right? So how do I put her in a dorm room with somebody she doesn't know with 500 other kids in that dorm? How do I do that, right? So how do they do that is the question, right? So how does the university deal with that? So, and that's on the university level. I mean, I know that they're already talking in our homeschool district of maybe cutting the school year in the school day in half. So so half the school go in the morning, half the school go in the afternoon, and then there'll be no lunch, right? So there's no congregational space. So that's one of the plans if they're allowed to reopen. So somebody just posted that Ohio has announced that they're doing 2 days a week in school and 3 days online. Is what I'm being told by Beth. She's posting it as Beaver County Support Coalition, but yeah, she's yeah. So that's what Ohio is said. So I mean, it's going to be interesting. So I mean, that obviously affects
why.
that obviously affects our revenue. It obviously affects the school programs, because if you can't start kids,
right,
you've lost a whole year of kids that could possibly play. I know that I did a fitting on a saxophone in here last week. So a kid that was running another instrument wanted to try a saxophone. And so working through my mind on how you do that with a mask on, right? Now the kid doesn't have a mask on, but I'm okay with that. But I had a mask on, and so you can't really show them anything. You can't really touch them to help them get into the right position. So you have to do it with words.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a different thing though than, I've been doing fittings for 30 years where it's basically, okay, this is how you put it in your mouth. This is what it looks like, blah, 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 blow. And it works. Well, okay, now I have to change my whole thinking about how that goes and how that works and how you get Timmy to make a sound on a saxophone and stuff like that. And it worked out fine. And I think a lot of it's going to be more of there won't be fittings. It'll be what instrument do you want to play?
Yeah.
And here are the instruments and which one is it? Mm-hmm. If that one doesn't work, then we'll go to plan B.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. It's just going to have to be an adapt type of situation. I mean,
it is.
You can't do fittings if you can't try them out. You just.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to get into the pattern of like, well, rather than, what's suited best for the kid, because obviously we can't really depict that now since we can't get into schools. What's going to make them the most excited? What's going to make them want to play it? I think that's kind of how, like, us and educators, like, hand in hand, that's really what we need to we need to go with now.
Right.
What's going to get them excited and engaged, and
you're going to have 4,000 saxophone players and
so many saxophone players this year.
1,900 drummers. But that's the whole thing. I mean, it's and I do not, and I am really glad, and I would never be, but I'm really glad that I am not an administrator. Try at one of these universities or schools or wherever that has to figure all this crap out, because I mean,
it's definitely interesting. I mean, Gavin's he's a high school teacher.
Okay.
So listen, guys, he does math and engineering, and I've been listening to high school math lectures for the past 2 months. It's like I'm having flashbacks to high school. Like, why am I so anxious? Well, he's talking about rhombuses in the background. I wonder. Oh, I hated math in high school. I feel like if I took it now, I would be more interested. But I was in high school. I was like, I don't want to be here. I want to be doing theater. I want to be in choir. Like, I didn't. Now I'm like, oh, right. This could have helped my life. But
what's that? But the other stuff helped your life too.
Right.
With theater and.
Yeah.
So hot takes. Cats the movie.
Have you seen it?
Listen, that musical to start with, I have a problem. My mom, I think I saw it when I was 12 at Benedum. And I remember leaving the theater and looking at my mom and being like, what was that about? I didn't get it. It was just, I was like, why'd she ascend into what's happening at the end? It's just a weird show. I have no idea why it's so successful. Andrew Lloyd Webber is just the most formulaic composer, and yet somehow he's so successful. But cats that are competing to ascend to the heavens and get a new, like, that's the weirdest. T.S. Eliot was just writing about, like, the cats in the neighborhood, guys. That's all he was doing. He wasn't like, cats go to heaven and they compete against each other to have more lives. Like, no, they were just stupid poems about neighborhood cats. Like, I do actually, though.
Yes.
Want to watch the movie and play a drinking game.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh
we should all like Zoom.
Yeah, we could do that. I would
cats.
so do that. That'd be so much fun. Let's do that.
Every time you're really embarrassed on the inside, take a drink.
You promised. We have to do it now.
So. Every time you don't know what's happening at all, you just chug until you start finding out what's going on.
Until you finally ascend and
All right, so you've done theater, right? Okay, so your dream role. What would be your dream role?
I'd have to say Kathy in the last 5 years. Jason Robert Brown was like, when I was in high school, he was like the composer. He was like, Jason Robert Brown. And that show is always, I love that show.
Yeah, I haven't seen that show.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard a bit of the music from it. It's really great.
There's actually Anna Kendrick and Jeremy Jordan. There's a movie.
Oh yeah, there is.
Mm-hmm. So you can watch it. It's good. Okay. And they're good. They're both
awesome. Isn't it like just really sad?
Yeah, it's
sad.
Very depressing.
My dream role right now is Barry Glickman from The Prom. No, all seriousness. Like I would love to do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys have a good like community musical theater thing?
Yeah, see, the problem is I'm a sound guy, so I don't get to be in the shows anymore. I mean, I was scheduled actually to run sound for 10 productions this spring.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I only got 5 of them in before we got shut down. But yeah, so the local theater company that I used to do theater, like I was Herod back in 1989. See, this is how old I am. And then 30 years later, they were doing it again. So she called me up and said, hey, do you want to do it again? So, of course. So, but I run sound for that theater company, and so now I'm the sound guy. So I don't get to be on the stage anymore. But
yeah.
Well,
so like you need to start training your kids.
Oh no, my kids have all been in theater. Oh, do sound?
Sound.
Yeah, they're not around. I mean, Noah can do it. Noah can handle sound without a problem. But he's never around. He's college boy. So yeah.
Where does he go?
He goes to Capital University down in Columbus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, down at the conservatory. He's got a music ed major. He's just finished his first senior year. Because it's a conservatory, so he'll be taking a second senior year. But he's actually going to take the fall off because they're going to be online, and he's like, we're not paying that kind of money to be online.
Well, how would you even do that's got to be difficult with the performance.
He's been taking online cello lessons and online tuba lessons and stuff like that, but so he's
and that circles us back to rentals.
It really does. I mean, that is one of those questions because, it's one of those things that, I mean, it affects the programs greatly. It affects us greatly, and not just short term, long term. It'll affect the manufacturers because when we go to do reorders, our buy-ins again, I'm not going to need anything because I didn't get rid of the stuff that I had. So I'm not going to place big buy-ins. So that affects them. It just snowballs through the chain. And it does that with every industry, obviously, that is being affected right now. But it's just the way that it affects ours, is that it's going to be really interesting to see how everybody responds.
Right.
And how we can, because right now the CDC is saying that Sтерosol works, kills COVID. Great. So mouthpieces are pretty safe. Can't live on silver. Can't live on brass. Good. But okay, does it live on the pearl buttons? Does it live on? Because they say you need to leave things set. If you let things set for 3 days, then it's dead.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a perception thing too. Like you can tell people that until you're blue in the face, but we want little Timmy to use this mouthpiece that other people have used, even though we've sterilized it. At that point, I mean, I don't know how the parents are.
Exactly. You're exactly right.
Well, and the administrators, I mean, who do you want to take that chance? And frankly, do we want to take that chance?
Well, that was my other thing. I'm thinking, okay, do we need them to sign some kind of agreement that we're not responsible for, any outcome that, yes, we'll come and help this because we don't charge them for doing this. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys do or not. We don't. We go into the schools for free. Free service, but we need to be exempt from, we're doing everything we can to keep everybody safe and to keep everybody well. But, if something does happen, I mean, are you going to have to take temperature checks of all the kids before they can try an instrument? Are you going to have to, and these are serious questions, and it's like, and it seems to be a little ridiculous and stuff like that. But I don't know when we get back to everybody feeling safe. Some people are going to be fine. I mean, I've had people that are just fine. Right. And I've had people that are like, no, I'm not doing anything. So, I mean,
and I do think a lot of that probably depends on your personal risk and how many high risk people you have around you. Mm-hmm. I mean, I read some, I think it was New York Times. There are, some articles and some estimates and statistics. There's a toddler on the door handle. There are statistics and estimates out there. Something like 80% of people are going to get this, just because nobody has the immunities to it. And right now, instead of, it's less of, from what I've been reading, it's less of a, I don't want to say prevention, but it's going to be almost impossible for you to not get this.
Right. And
at the end of the day, I mean, we're all, we can't stay indoors for 18 months. You just, you can't. It's really difficult. And that's what they're projecting the vaccine will be. It's 18 months out at least.
Right.
So, we're just preventing that spike so that the hospital systems don't get overwhelmed. But, at some point, everybody's going to get this. And I mean, at some point we're gonna have to live.
Right. Yeah, you're exactly right.
That happen.
Right. See, both Jen and I, when we got back from NAM, had what I thought was Namthrax, but I was sicker than I've ever been, and for 3 or 4 weeks, couldn't breathe, couldn't do it. Went to the doctors. They did all the tests. It wasn't flu. It wasn't bronchitis. It wasn't anything. They had no idea, but there was no test for the COVID-19, and there's still not in our area. Do you see if you have the antigens or something like that? So I think that at least I had it. My doctor does too, but once again, there's no way to prove that.
Right.
The big thing is that, and it's really hard to think about the fact that this is kind of like this generation's polio.
Mm-hmm.
When polio went through, it killed people. And there was no cure. There was no anything. There was no, and it did take out people. And this is doing the same thing. And it's one of those things that with polio, we didn't shut the country down. But, I understand we're trying not to overwhelm the hospital systems. And that's fantastic. Those people deserve every bit of money they get. They deserve all the praise in the world for what they're doing for us at this time. But eventually we are going to have to go, okay, fine. It's a choice of sitting around for 18 months and the economy just going away. And you can't do that.
Yeah, it's balancing that. Like before we were ordered to close, we were not going to voluntarily close. Some people were doing that. Some people were voluntarily closing. And my thing is, I absolutely do not want my people to get sick. I don't want to get sick. Nobody wants to get sick. But I don't know what the future is going to hold. And I know for sure you need to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the end of the day, I know that you need to have a paycheck, and so do I.
Right.
And everybody is going to need to eat and be able to buy food. And so it's that really like balancing that economic factor with keeping people as safe as possible. Because honestly, we can't stay home for 18 months. It's just not going to happen. And 80% of people are going to get this thing.
Right.
And for me, I'm high risk. I have a primary immune deficiency, so I'm absolutely high risk. But I know I'm getting it. Like, I just know that I'm going to. And I think, honestly, it's just kind of a matter of when.
Right.
So I'm going to work still. Like, I wear my mask. And that's to be respectful of others, not just me.
Mm-hmm.
That really is. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know about you guys. I don't know where you are, but around here, people are not wearing masks out. Like, a lot of people are not.
Well, we have orders that if you go into a grocery store, if you go anywhere where you're amongst people you're supposed to be wearing, there are some places that are just not doing it. And that's kind of a little upsetting because once again, it is for the other person, not for you.
Right.
Right. So just out of respect,
Absolutely.
you should do that. I know when we open, we already have a plan in place. We have our gator masks. I received one. I don't know if you got any. I ordered 24. I got one. But the other 11 are shipped. So they'll be here by the time we reopen. But all my staff will be wearing masks. We will be wiping down. We had the store treated yesterday for there's a company that's doing a 90-day treatment on stuff to kill all bacteria that's in the store, and it keeps bacteria out for 90 days. So we did that yesterday, figuring they were going to get busy as we get closer to reopening.
Right.
So just to keep our customers safe, but we're going to do it more out of respect for our customers than our safety. Obviously, our safety is paramount, and I'm not letting anybody in that's not wearing a mask. I mean, I have to protect my people.
Yeah.
So if you want, and I'll have masks. If they don't have one, I will provide one for them. I have paper masks that I'll provide that they can use and then throw them away. But I'm not having them in the store without a mask on. Now, once again, during this step-up sale, we have people that want to try band instruments. The plan at the moment is if they want to come in and try an instrument, we have 11 practice rooms upstairs. We can put them up in a practice room. We can let them take whatever instruments they want, try them, whatever. After they're done trying them, those will go and just sit in that room for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring them back out, clean them up, get them ready for the next person. Because that's the only way that I can deal with it, that I will feel at least a little bit safe.
Yeah.
I don't want to make anybody sick.
Well, and not only that, it's respectful.
Mm-hmm.
It's a respect thing to me. Like you feel what you want to feel, you think what you want to think, that's great. But if both people are wearing masks, it's like an infection rate of 1% or something.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't you do that?
I get claustrophobic. I get it. I hate it.
Well, me too. No, it's respect.
Yeah.
My luck, I'd like go and accidentally murder a bunch of people. Like just infect everybody.
Okay, by infection.
Not by like
disclaimer.
A disclaimer. I'm running people over with my car.
Oh, jeez. Well, now you've told people.
Not really. What?
Now you've told people what your plan is.
I know. I'm going to switch up the method just to like keep everybody up.
All right. Do we have anything else? I don't want to keep you forever. You're fantastic. I really love you. No, seriously.
Yeah, thanks.
I really do love you. I think you're great. I really do. I know that doesn't mean anything. I think you are actually one of my favorite people of NAMM. Your attitude and your positivity and the way that you look at things is infectious and is very nice. In fact, I remember I'll tell you this story. I first time I met you before I fell over things and almost killed people.
I was just gonna be like, do you remember that time that you tripped over a chair?
Before that, when I met you before that, and I thought, wow, that young woman is so sharp and so onto it. I'm like, I wonder who she's working for and can I steal her away? And then seriously,
my dad would have to murder you.
Yeah. I know. But seriously, I did. And then I tripped over stuff and looked like a complete idiot. And which is what I do on the daily.
I think I immediately said something really terrible and funny.
Yeah.
I think I was like, oh.
You did. And then the rest of NAMM, whenever you saw me, you would bring it up. Which
and I almost just brought it up right now. I'm glad you did it first.
You know what? I don't mind. No, I don't mind. And seriously, no, I think you're one of those people that is really well connected into the industry and being positive and being able to get stuff done. And we need more. And it's one of the things I see in Jen too, right? We need more young women in the industry, which is fantastic. That is being brought up more and more, and hopefully it continues to be. The Good Old Boys Network that it used to be is not accepted anymore, and which is really hard. And because I'm sorry, there's a bunch of smart women out there that can do all kinds of stuff.
Well, I will say I do see more diversity even since I've been at NAMM, been going. I do see more diversity. I will say that the NAMM conventions, it is the only place that I have been where there is no line for the women's restroom and a line out the door for the men's. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm waltzing right into the bathroom and I'm laughing at them because they never have to stand in line. And I'm like, listen, this is my space. This is where I get to just pee right when I need to.
Yeah, but I still realize, I see this a lot on my end, right? So I'll have a rep or a salesperson from a company come in, and they're talking. They'll actually talk through Jennifer to me, and I'm like, no. You don't know how this works, so there's still a lot to be done as far as getting some of these people into the fact that, look,
I get called sweetheart a lot.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, you are a sweetheart.
I mean, I get sweet cheeks. No, I'm just kidding. I don't get that.
I've had people like, we need to get you a hamburger. We need to fatten you up. Like people, and honestly, it's, or I have people when I answer the phone, I've actually had customers before. I'm like, yeah, I'm the manager. They're like, you're the manager? I'm like, cool. Well, yeah, I'm the one who's going to help you. How can I help you?
Let me talk to one of the guys.
Nice to me.
Right.
And you want to be nice. And that's the biggest thing. Working in the retail side, working in the service industry, essentially, it's like, I cannot understand people who call in and are just rude. I am so less inclined to bend the rules if you're cussing at me. In fact, I'm hanging up on you. That's our rule at the store. I'm not going to let people call in and abuse my people. I'm just not. Listen, when you can calm down, then we can have a discussion.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's really true. Yeah, people, need people, especially right now. We do have some people call in that are really angry.
Right.
Call it, and it's like,
right. And I get really angry. Here he comes. You want to come say hi?
Hey! How are you?
Not supposed to. Yeah. Did you argue with me? Can you say hi? Can you tell everybody?
Hi.
That's awesome. What a cutie.
Is that a dinosaur on your shirt?
Wait, here, come here and sit on my lap, Noah.
I love it.
No, to be funny.
Dinosaur.
Oh, he's sitting on her lap. Hold on, I have one too. Look, he's coming. Come here.
Oh, look how cute. Hi.
Cute. He's adorable. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have any of those.
I make him do that.
That's awesome.
She gets so annoyed at me.
Can you tell everybody bye?
Bye.
All right. Now, are you going to run with that lollipop in your mouth? Out of your mouth when you're walking. Okay. Go ahead. I'll be out in 1 second.
Yeah. We're going to wrap up so you can get back to your.
Just run with that lollipop, Desmond Hartle. Take it out of your mouth. Why do I talk?
Trust, it doesn't work any better when they get older. Trust me.
Oh, and shove that lollipop down his throat. I'm going to have to take him to the ER.
Those places.
Everyone's getting COVID.
See, Rob comes all around. All right. Well, that's going to be it. Let's wrap her up here.
Just want to say thank you again, Melissa, for joining. It was awesome talking to you. And I'll reiterate what Richard said. You're such a fantastic person to talk to, just about the music industry in general. Because we're all in this together here. You're right over the border of Ohio. So
yeah. If you guys need Fender or Taylor or Martin or any of those things, yeah. Call our friends at CA House. Seriously. I mean, seriously, do that because they're great people and they have great stuff. So now of course if we carry it, don't buy it from them.
Yeah, come on.
But Fender, Taylor, Martin, we don't have that. Yeah, go. And that'll be great. But anything else, come to us.
Right.
Right.
Everybody support their local people.
Right. Because support your local people. That's exactly.
And not only that, the taxes you pay, it goes right back into your own community.
You're right.
And supporting your community. You're supporting your school systems.
Right.
By shopping local and paying those taxes. I mean, that is such a huge thing. And also, I'm going to be back tomorrow because you guys send me coffee and then praise me when I come on the show.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be back tomorrow.
You come back whenever you want. You were a hoot. I had to drink my soup now, but it's cold.
I'm going. So terrible.
It is terrible.
Gosh.
All right.
I'm telling you what, I may or may not have some OCD tendencies.
It's a little bit, but it's awesome.
My desk is so messy. You don't even know.
Oh, you don't know my desk. My desk. It's why I have a green screen behind me, because the back of my office is just a train wreck. Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
No,
awesome.
I'm not sitting in the showroom. That's a green screen. It's just a
You
green
shouldn't
screen.
have said anything. You
I
should
know.
have look at all of my wonderful.
I know. Look at all of my guitar.
I
Yeah, no, it's not that at all. Usually, what else do I have? Usually it's this one. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, usually I'm sitting in Disney World because,
Very nice. I was going to say, is that Disney?
yeah.
See, you should put the "I'm fine, everything's fine" background.
Okay.
Fine.
Fine. Everything's fine.
My face.
All right, so we will see you tomorrow. We're at 3:00 tomorrow, right, Jen?
Awesome.
Thursday with you. Yeah, we'll see you again. Yeah. We'll have you on again. Whenever you want to come on, let me know.
I accept. I still have coffee left, even though the Highlander grog is gone.
I can send you some more Highlander grog. I can do that.
Oh, also, see you for the cats drinking game.
Yes, the cats drinking game. Seriously.
Yes, we need to make that happen with people.
Okay,
So-
I'm serious. I will do that with you. I will do it. Just
Let's figure it out.
It's got to be like a Friday or Saturday, because I have a feeling that we're just gonna feel shame the whole movie. So we're gonna be
Right. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
All right. That's all right. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you,
bye,
Melissa.
guys.
Take care.